Welcome to Talk Theory. It's your host, Kiara Barnes, where I talk all things life, what makes us human, and what makes us superhuman. Sit back, relax, and join me for a chat. Hello. Welcome back to a new episode of Talk Theory Podcast. I hope everyone is doing well. You guys, I am getting so excited. As you can probably tell with the energy that I'm coming in. We're getting so close to summer and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. We've had a few days here in California with some gorgeous sunshine. And I have been milking it for everything it's got. I'm a June baby, so the summer has always been my favorite time. Not just because it's my birthday. Although I do love my birthday. I just, oh my gosh, I was telling my cousin, I feel like a plant. Like I really just love the sun. I love the sun and I love nature. And honestly, the hikes and the hills and everything looks so beautiful lately because of all of this rain. So the summer is going to just be so lush and so pretty. It's just visually really nice to look at. Yeah, so I'm in a good mood, folks. I really am. I've been having some fun on these manifestation topics that we've been talking about, so I'm going to keep it going, keep these good vibes going. Today, we're talking about living in the finality. What does that mean? Well, let's go back to kind of talk about the steps of manifesting real quick so we can kind of work to that point, get there. So, of course, you have a desire, a vision, a want, and you get those from either contrast, seeing something, or having a realization, having just a thought, a feeling. And then so you put that energy or that ask out there. Okay, so great. That's there. You've created the thing. Then you get present enough to hear guidance to know any steps that you should take, right? Like any actions that you should be doing that don't feel forced. It's not like this intense, like, oh, I have to do this now. I have to do X, Y, Z. No, you just get the thought like, oh yeah, okay, I could probably do this. Or, oh, maybe I should reach out to this person. It's not forced, but when you're present enough, you'll be able to recognize that and feel that. And then after you've done all that, you receive. Yeah. I hope my energy is, guys, I have this is no coffee, no tea, just straight up vibes. I did have a bagel with honey and peanut butter. So maybe it's that. Okay. Anyway, let's focus. Honestly, what it really boils down to is you've already done all the things you've needed to do. Whatever it is that you desire is just floating right in front of you. But you aren't behaving in that finality. Okay? Those steps are really simple. It's really that simple. It's just all of that. Like everything I said, that's all that you need to do. But if you keep living and existing in your old finality, your old life experience, your old life expecting the new one to be living the new one, that's not going to work. The truth is you can't have the old and the new at the same time. One is going to cancel out the other. And you do have to give up the past in order to enter into the new. And that means in a various different ways: the way that you think, the way that you behave, perhaps how you present, talk, dress, look. It really is like a numerous of things. And I've heard this expression before, used in a different way, the whole where people say, oh, just act as if, act as if. But honestly, I would take it a step further. It's not even, oh, acting as if, because that to me insinuates that nothing's changed and you're kind of putting on an act. You're pretending, right? But as we know in the manifesting world, once you've asked for something, it's already done. Like energetically, how frequencies work, this is all, science. And again, this is not a science class, but you can do your research on that. But energetically, you've created an idea, and everything after that is leading you to that desire, like a magnet or a moth to a flame. I've heard that recently. But it really comes down to your ability to truly identify and encompass said thing, which all of this also relates to a sense of overall worthiness. Do you really feel worthy of what it is that you're calling in? And if not, why not? What is so much larger than you are? Because at the end of the day, it is you that you are imagining has this new experience or desire. Okay, so in theory, wouldn't you also be able to reach said thing since you're the one calling it in? Right? Like, so if you can see yourself visually having it enough to be able to imagine something or feel good, visualizing it or thinking about it, that is you, right? You're imagining you. You're not imagining your dog having it or your cat having it or, your neighbor having it. You're seeing yourself have it. So in a way, if you can see yourself there, what is the distance of you actually believing? Because it is you. And see, it's like, it's understanding that you are standing in both realities. The reality where you do have it, where you're living it out. Like I said, so, why does it feel distant? And probably because you've been feeling some sense of unworthiness, almost like putting whatever that thing is on some kind of pedestal above you. And when this happens, you should do the introspection to see what parts of you feel that way, and then give those parts a lot of love. I mean, this could really be, old childhood wounds, things from the past. And if you've never taken the time to look at them or give them the attention or love, then it makes sense why you feel the way you feel. And this can really take as much time as it needs to for you, to have that moment where that clicks, where you just go, you know what, I love myself and I do deserve this. I do deserve to enjoy my life. And this thing that I want is a reflection of me and what creates my happiness. And I am worthy of this. Of course I am. And once you get to that point, you can move forward to receiving. You can move forward to that step. And I've said this before. All this really takes to gain a sense of worthiness and get confident in you and your abilities in some in your abilities in some kind of way, is really just having alone time to meditate, to go on a walk in nature. I went on a walk the other day and forgot how meditative it really is. The entire time I'm in my head talking through plenty of scenarios and things. And I felt so good and energized by the end because I was able to talk to myself and feel my feelings, process things that I otherwise wouldn't have given myself the time to do, all the while being surrounded in nature. And I will say, nature is super powerful. You know, there's like this feeling of safety and just being grounded when you're outside. That's why, like, guys, I'm getting so excited about the summer because I love being by the water, being by beaches, just seeing a lot of greenery. And that's the one, really exciting thing about all this rain that we're getting in California. It's like, oh my gosh, I really want the sun. But I will say, like, gratitude for all this rain that we're getting is just replenishing a long time of like dried out parts of California that really, really needed it. So anyway, I highly recommend doing that. And also journaling, even if it's in your notes app, just to write down thoughts, anything. Things tend to stick and have more effect when we write them down. Do things that are creative too, like drawing, or I don't know. I told you guys a while back I got into crochet, and something so relaxing about doing that. Going on a drive just to see something outside of your home. I need to do that more, just get out of the house and go drive. Maybe I'll do that today, actually. Essentially, any time where you can just be alone and ponder through things, it's really that simple. And doing that however many times until you can come back to this feeling of certainty with yourself. And you'll know when this happens. It is such a calming energy. You'll just feel at peace and so much more relaxed and in overall just a better mood. And any stress that you had will have dissipated, because when you find that sense of self-worth, you aren't worried. You know the right people, the right job, the right money, the right home, the right experiences will find you. Why? Because you're worth it. You're worth all of that. And you deserve all of that. You deserve compensation just for being alive. Newsflash, if you didn't know that, hey, here's your announcement. You being alive and being a part of human existence, catering to love yourself, catering to the things that you're passionate about, you get compensated by the universe for that. Pretty cool. Just for getting up. Seriously. So truly, you do. But again, this is a belief, right? You have to know these things. And in order to know these things, you have to do the inner work. That truly you do deserve a good life just for waking up. Because you can. Period. You don't need anyone else to confirm or validate for you that you deserve a good life. What the? Please. Okay, please, people. Um, I'm like defending y'all, okay, but please, you do not need anyone to validate or to confirm for you that you deserve a life with ease and with flow and with happiness and with joy. Because guess what? You just deserve it for being alive. Period. End of story. But we talked about this before, and you really only need yourself to feel this. And try your best to come back to this feeling as much as you can. We're all humans, right? We dip in and out. It happens. But the more you practice checking in on yourself, giving yourself love, giving yourself time, attention, space to think, uplift yourself, the easier it will be to bounce back and come back. Because again, right, it's all, very human thing for us to experience ups and downs. I'd say music is actually a great way to get into that feeling. Where you're just in your own world, feeling good, plug in some headphones, turn on that music in the car, do things that make you happy, you. Right? That's another part. It's another section of the whole worthiness thing, is beginning to learn to serve yourself just as much, if not more, than how much you serve others. And guys, it's not being, I think there's a negative and a positive way of selfishness. And I always view selfishness in a positive way and not negative. Because it's not being, it really what it comes down to, actually, I will say this, is the intention. Your intention. If your intention is to love yourself, then that selfishness is good. That is good. You're taking care of yourself. That can only be good. But obviously, if your intention is to spite someone, to hurt, and all those other things, then you're catching my drift. So when your intention is to love yourself, that radiates to others to have the freedom to do that with themselves and heal themselves. Right? So again, it's all tying into worthiness. It all boils down to that. Finding your self-worth, you will have so much freedom in all aspects of your life. So much freedom because you're not asking permission. You're not asking permission to be happy. You're not asking permission to live a fulfilled life. You just are. So let's circle back to living in the finality now that we've got through those other steps to help us ease into that. Because when you do that inner work, you can authentically live in the finality. Authentically. It's not you putting on. It's not you pretending or faking. There's this genuine and overall sense of knowing. You know that it's yours. You know that is the logical step because you've done the work. You've done all that you needed to do. And like I said, when you have a strong sense of self-worth, you don't question your ability to receive. It just makes sense. It just makes sense to receive. Everyone knows the analogy. Well, I don't know about everyone, but most folks have probably heard this. It's like when you put in, an order at a restaurant, right? When you see a yummy looking thing on the menu and you go, "Ooh, that looks good." And you tell the server, "I want this." And they go, "Great. We'll get on it." And then they walk away and you go, "Oh, hey, is it still coming?" And they're, "Well, I got to go give the order to the chef, but absolutely it'll be on its way." And then 2 minutes go by, the server comes right out. after giving the order to the chef. Hey, where is it? Oh, well, just got it. They're gonna, you know what I mean? It's like, we don't do that when we order our food. We order the food and we sit down knowing that I ordered my food. I'm not going to be here till closing time waiting for my food, right? They're not going to have me have a sleepover tonight and then have my food in the morning. No, I know that I'm going to get my food. It's this knowing that I'm going to get what I ask. And it's the same kind of thing. You don't question your ability to receive. It just makes sense that you will receive it. So now you're not thinking, oh, I'll wait until this, or I'll wait to dress like that when I get, or I'll say that when I have, or I'll do this when that. No. You already just start doing those things because you're living in the finality. It's done. It's done. And you are this person. You are now living in it in real time. You're not waiting till then to do those things. You are just living. And when you have this energy of such confidence, the universe reflects it back super, super quick. So fast, guys. The universe really is just one big mirror, which is actually great because depending on how life is going for you, you can gauge where your energy or point of focus is and decide to switch it immediately. Or keep it, right? Depending. And put it elsewhere that serves you best, right? Give it a try, really, really. Like, make this playful, make it fun. We don't need to take all of this so seriously. Oh my gosh. Folks, hello. We're on a floating planet among all these other stars and other planets in a galaxy. Like, please, okay, please try to enjoy the phenomenon of human existence. What the heck is all of this for if not to just play and enjoy while we have the time to do so? So, today's theory is this: living in the finality cracks through the facade of being stuck. I love this one. Living in the finality cracks through the facade of being stuck. We can really collapse time and reality when we realize we deserve what it is that we want and that we can have whatever we want whenever we want. Okay? We can collapse time just by doing that. So remember, you are the sun, you are the stars and the moon. You are the universe. And the universe is you. It's one big happy family. And it's all a mirror, baby, okay? All right, well, I had fun. I hope y'all had a good time with me today. I love sharing this stuff, and I'm so animated about it because it's so real. It's so real. And I just love sharing that with you guys. Many blessings for your week ahead, and enjoy, okay? Try to enjoy. Have some fun this week. And I shall see you next week. Okay, love you. Bye.